Okay, so this is part 2 of our responding to text lesson. So we're going to write responding to text part 2. All right, in this part, what we're going to focus on is writing the actual constructed response for the article, A Survivor Looks Back on Auschwitz 70 Years Later. Now, in the last video, I annotated the article and I did that digitally. Oops, just zooming in. But for ease of writing by hand, I have printed my article out. So I'm just going to review the annotations. So I went through and I just quickly circled in yellow any highlights that I had made as I was annotating online. Okay, so you can see them in the article. I also printed out the last page that I had typed up in the last lesson, including the prompt and the citations that I felt I was going to use and the thesis statement that I had drafted. So the first thing that I want to do together is to write down the thesis statement and color code it. So we're going to put thesis statement, and I want you to be writing exactly what I'm writing in your journal. Okay, so thesis statement. Martin Greenfield's purpose. Martin Greenfield's purpose for writing the article is to educate people about the horrors of the Holocaust, capitalized Holocaust, comma, and to honor the memory of those lives lost at Auschwitz, 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 comma, including his own family. One more time. Martin Greenfield's purpose for writing, Greenfield apostrophe S, it's possessive. Purpose for writing the article is to educate people about the horrors of the Holocaust, capitalized Holocaust, comma, and to honor the memory of those lives lost at Auschwitz, AUSCHWITZ, capitalize the A, it's a proper noun, comma, including his own family. Now we're going to do some color coding. So we're going to say green is for the topic in the thesis statement. Red is for the opinion. You could do this with colored pens. You can do whatever colors you want as long as you make a key. And yellow is for support, which will take the form of your citations and explanations. So support / reasons. Okay. So what I'm going to highlight first, underline, using my color coding, is the topic of the thesis statement. Well, what is the topic? The topic responds directly to the prompt. The prompt was, bring that up for you. What is Martin Greenfield's purpose for writing A Survivor Looks Back on Auschwitz 70 Years Later? Okay, well, his purpose, Martin Greenfield's purpose for writing the article is to educate people about the horrors of the Holocaust. Okay, that's the topic. Now, his opinion is pretty much included in that topic. He believes the Holocaust was horrible. So the opinion is clear. The horrors of the Holocaust. The Holocaust was horrible. And how am I going to support this? I'm going to support this by showing that his purpose for writing is not only to educate people, so I'm going to underline educate people, but also to honor the memory of those lives lost at Auschwitz, including his own family. Okay. Now, I want to write down the prompt below this because we're going to draft a constructed response together. So let's write prompt. Okay, and the prompt is, what is Martin Greenfield's purpose? Martin Greenfield is the author of the article. What is Martin Greenfield's purpose for writing? And then the title of the article, so we're going to put it in quotes. A survivor looks back, and we're capitalizing all of the main words, on Auschwitz, AUSCHWITZ, 70 years later, question mark is part of the title, quote. Oh, I'm sorry. Question mark is at the end of the sentence, but since it comes at the end of the sentence, we're going to follow MLA format and we're going to put the question mark inside the quotation mark. Okay. So the next step is to begin actually writing our constructed response. So let's move our paper over. And we're going to title this page Constructed Response. And I literally want you to write this with me, word for word. The reason we're doing this together is so that you can see my process to reinforce for you how to draft and complete a constructed response when you're responding to an article. Okay, this would be a nonfiction article. We will also do this with literature, but right now our focus is using a nonfiction article and responding to the text. Okay, so we're going to begin with our thesis statement. Now, the thesis statement always comes at the blank of the introductory paragraph. Bueller. That's right, at the end of the introductory paragraph. However, we're only writing one paragraph, just like you guys did when you responded to the Stephen Hawking article last week. So since that's the case, we're going to begin with our thesis statement because in this constructed response, it is the topic sentence. Okay, so here we go. We're indenting. Martin Greenfield's, copying this right from the page before, apostrophe S, purpose for writing the article is to educate people about the horrors of the Holocaust comma, and to honor the memory of those lives lost at Auschwitz. AUSCHWITZ, comma, including his own family. Now, I'm writing a constructed response. I have a focused thesis statement. I want to kind of follow the structure of my thesis statement when I'm responding. So I want to kind of go in order of the things that I've expressed. So my next sentence is going to give a little bit of background about who Martin Greenfield is and like what he's talking about in the article. So I'm going to say, let's see. As a Holocaust survivor, comma, Greenfield expresses his concern that there are people in the world today